Alrighty, I am almost fixed and set up. Give me just a few minutes as I try to uh, get the rest of it done. As not everything is correct just yet. And it takes me about 25 minutes to set up a game, so I'm rushing through this. Moondong Ju on the mound. All right, Rojas leading things off. And first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Chung Tae is in center, and then the second pitch, a curveball in there for a strike. Moondong Ju moving quickly today. And here comes the 0-2 pitch, misses way outside, and it's 1-2. Alrighty, I think everything is fixed. No, it's not. Almost fixed. All right, now we're all set. As here comes again and just misses outside, and it's 2-2. All right, there we go. Made it. And that misses low, and it runs the count full. That didn't take long to get a full count. 0-2 is trying to nibble around the outsides, but is not able to, and now it's 3-2. A swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout number one and out number one. All right, there we go. Kim Min-hyuk stepping into the box here for KT. DHing today instead of playing left field. And outside did not go around, and it's 1-0. And the one swing and a miss. 1-1. Oh, 1-2. All right. I'm missing some pitches. Thank you, thank you. Whoever's doing that. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up right around the letters on the inside. He chops it to the third baseman, grabs it, and that is the 2 away. Is a little difficult. It looks like there's some shadows just halfway through the infield, so picking up the ball from off the bats is going to be a little difficult for a few innings for the infielders. So Hog Young Min steps in. And there's a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. Thank you, thank you. And low there, and it's 1-1. And a beautiful, beautiful pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. And I'll have a few more things that I'm trying to get set up. Once I get them, I will be able to fully devote some time to streaming. All right, and that is popped up out into shallow right, and Kim Tae-yeon will come in and take the ball himself. That'll be 3 away. 1, 2, 3. Go. The KT Wiz will go to the bottom of the first. It's the zeros everywhere. All right. Okay. I think I've got the stuff fixed and ready now. All right. An Chi-hong will lead off for Hanwha, DHing today, hitting a very robust 88. Not 188, not 288, not 388, just 88. Go Young Pyo out on the mound, coming off probably his best start of his career. His last one against Kium, complete game as shutouts, 5 games on the season. 2-0, 32.2 innings, only hitting 205 against him. 39 strikeouts. There it said 5 walks, but I have 7 walks. On the road, he has been ridiculous. He has a .86 ERA in 3 games. He's 1-0, 24 strikeouts, 5 walks. Last year against Hanwha, he did not pitch well. 1 game, took the loss, a ERA of 7.2 last year against Hanwha. He did come back late in the season. It wasn't a complete full season, so only pitched in that 1 game. Fans filing into the Hanwha Stadium. So An Ji-hong leads things off for Hanwha. Go Young Pyo, a side armor, out on the mound. Sets up on the outside, and here comes the first pitch, way outside, ball 1. Moon Yun Bin is playing, but he's playing in left, and that could turn out to be a big thing, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. I'll talk more about that as the game goes on. So An Cheong, the 1-1 pitch coming up, sets up on the outside again, and he misses outside, and it's 2-1. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. And it chops it foul, 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch, he got a little flare, but the second baseman is right there. Oh, that sounded good. And 1 away. Okay. Whatever. All right. Florial steps in and he looks at just strike one on the outside corner. 0-1. And the 0-1 that sets up on the outside. Florial 274 on the season and looks at just strike two on the inside corner. He'll adjust his elbow guard in the 0-2 count. 0-2 count. He's got to call time, adjust it. Hello, hello. Thank you, Juan. As sets up on the outside and swing and a miss, and that is two away. Juan, where are you at? Where do you, or sorry, what country are you viewing from? See if I can get the rest of this. And almost hits Moon Hyun Bin there, and it's going to be a ball. Moon Hyun Bin, again, playing left field. He's naturally a second baseman, but they signed An Chi Hong to play second base. So then he played center field in his first year, as that is outside, and it's 2-0. Played center field. And normally he's DHing, but they want An Chi Hong to play, even though he's hitting 88 on the season. As here comes the 2-0 and misses outside, and it's 3-0 now. So they want Moon Hyun Bin's bat in the lineup, so they're putting him in left field. It's not his natural position. It's not even his second position. It's not even his third position. So there might be some adventures in left field today, as here comes the pitch, and that is a get me over, maybe fastball. Hitting 375 in his last 5 games, 4 RBIs, and here comes the 3-1 pitch. Misses outside, and that will be ball 4. Hanwha will have their first base runner of the day as the perfect game is over. Are you a KBO fan, or are you just a baseball fan, or are you a specific team or specific player? No Shiwan steps in. 274 on the season, sets up on the outside, and that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. No Shiwan, thanks for the high five, is what that says. If you don't read Korean. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. That's the pitch that you need right there. Hanwha usually has 1 inning where they score a bunch of runs, and that is going to be fouled away, and it stays 0-2. 15 pitches and now, or 16 pitches now. No Shiwan did have a solo shot last night, the 1 run that Hanwha had. As they somehow only lost 2-1, as KT left 5 runners on base in the first 2 innings alone. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he pops him up. The left fielder under it, and that will be 3 away. And there you go. No runs in the first inning, just like you asked. I delivered for you, and we will go to the second. It's a 0-0. Mets fan, I'm sorry. I will always remember 2006 Adam Wainwright with a nasty 12-6 curve to Carlos Beltran. There you go. I don't know. 0 for 1 with the runners on base, and they've already left one on. Go Young Kyo, 17 pitches in his first inning. And Moon Dong Ju, 15 in his. All right. Still got to get stuff going here. So Jang Sung Woo will lead off, the catcher for the KT Wiz. Will lead the off in the top of the seconds as I'm still trying to get things situated. Again, I streamed the LG and KT game. It finished about 4:40 or so. So rushing to get all of this stuff is still trying to get it all situated and fixed. Big. There we go. All right. Jang Sung Woo steps in. 15 pitches in the first inning for Moon Dong Ju. Start a winning streak is what that sign says. Is that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Moon Dong Ju is working very, very quickly today. And that is lifted into the air, going, and foul. Just missed a home run there. The Lotte Kia. Oh man, always the bullpens are rough. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch, and catches him looking on the outside corner, and the strikeout number 2 for Moon Dong Ju. Oh man, I love when the names rhyme like that. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. Somebody, again, I streamed the LG Twins and Kia Tigers game, the 2 o'clock game, and it was 8-0 Kia, and somebody's like, I was like, no, you got to take the over, and he didn't, and he lost because, well, LG scored 4 runs on the worst bullpen in the league and ended up being 8-4. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch to Moon Sung Chul, maybe, as time has called. I'm surprised there was a 12. Hanwha's bullpen is pretty good, but they pitched yesterday. So they usually do not pitch well 2 days in a row. You got the umpire cam. And that is low, 2-1. I assume that means first 5, as that runs inside, and it's 3-1 now. Moon Dong Ju really struggles in the first inning, and the fact that he went 1-2-3 in the first is a good thing for Hanwha. All right, here we go, and that is in there for a strike, and it's another full count. Second full count of the day for KT. In his career, he is hitting 286 against Moon Dong Ju, and that's going to be a squibbler back to the pitcher. Throws and almost overthrows the first baseman, but good thing he's tall, and that is 2 away. I don't gamble, so I don't know a lot of the the lingo, the any of that stuff. So yeah, that's why I have to ask. All right. Oyun Suk is stepping in. The second baseman, 225 on the season, and looks at a beautiful 12-6 curveball in there for a strike. Moon Dong-ju, 4 pitches. Most of the time, he's going to throw a fastball, 149. He is one of the hardest pitchers in the league. That is a 153 at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2. After that, he throws a slider 18% of the time, and then a forkball 14% of the time. What do you mean? I was in the front row of the cheer section for years, Mary Kate. And a swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout number 3, out number 3, and 1, 2, 3 goes KT again. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Hey, I spent many years dancing in front of the cheerleaders, or they were dancing in front of me, whichever one you prefer to think about. Mm, 12 pitches that inning, and he's at 27 now, going on to throw 17 in his first inning. They will have the number 5 hitter coming up. Cheon Song will lead the things. Me personally, I would probably go under. I just don't. Hanwha has 2 massive holes in their lineup, and KT's lineup was without Kangbae Ko. If you think about these 2 offenses, okay, batting averages, these 2 offenses, Hanwha is second to last in the league, and KT is 6th. If you think about home runs, KT is 9th and Hanwha is 5th. So they're not good offensive teams. Hanwha and KT are both led basically by their pitching staff. So here we go. We've got the bottom of the second coming up. You can almost see my apartment from that picture. That is outside, and it's 1-0. Cheon Song hitting a 281 on this season. 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. Off to a much better start than last year. And here comes the pitch. Ball 2 is Go Young Pyo does not walk a whole lot. He has 7 walks on the season, but he is struggling a little with his command here today. As here comes the 2-0 pitch outside, ball 3. No problem, Steven. You're lucky I got this one done. I almost didn't start this one. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch in there for a strike, and runs the count full, 3-2. Go Young Pyo again, a side armor. Cheon Sung, or sorry, Go Young Pyo mainly throws a changeup of 48.3, as that's going to be a ground ball. Bad hop, but the second baseman covers it with his body, and that will be 1 away. So Go Young Pyo mainly throws a changeup. 48% of the time he throws a changeup. 114 kilometers an hour is the average. And he is a side armor. He doesn't throw hard. but he has pretty good command of his sidearm pitches. Throws a two seam off of that to 26.4. He's really rough on righties as he gets that back door. I want to say a backdoor two seam almost as that is in there for a strike to Kim Tae-yeon. Because he's coming sidearm, it's cutting back into the outside corner on his two seam as that is filed away and it's a strike two, 0-2. Same with his changeup, and then he has a curveball and a cutter also, so he has a lot of movement on his pitches. Doesn't throw a four seamer, uh, but only 132 on his two seam. But with a as that is a check swing, and he just got a piece of it. But he has good movement, and with 18 kilometers, which is about 11, a little over 11 miles an hour, uh, difference between his two seam and his changeup, he has good speed differences also as that runs in, and that is ball one, 1-2. Catcher Cam. Maybe Moondong Ju, as here comes the 1-2 is chopped foul, and it stays 1-2 as he fouled that into his left. Moon Dong-ju, the starter for today for Hanwha, he's the hardest thrower or second hardest thrower in the KBO, and so I think he will be a free agent in 2 years, so he could be posted at that point. Throws hard, can get up to 100 miles an hour. He has the high or the fastest pitch in KBO history, or foreigner or Korean KBO history. Looking for Big Kiwi as he is at the game in the cheer section, and the 1-2 outside at 2-2. Kim Tae-yeon against side armors, 340 in his career, 2 home runs at 28 RBIs, and here comes the 2-2 pitch, and he rolls over it. Third baseman grabs it, throws, and he goes to tag him, but he is not able to hold on to the ball, and that will be an error, and Hanwha's got a base runner. Not a good throw, and it was a slow. He got out. He got rid of the ball real slow. Took a couple steps. No, there's oh, well, that should be an E5. But anyway, Kim Tae-yeon is on first base, so we'll see what the official scoring is. It has to be an error. And Ito Yoon steps in. Ito Yoon getting the start at second base as they have really struggled to get somebody to play second base consistently. All right, and the check over on Kim Tae-yeon. Ito Yoon, 257 on the season. Yeah, so Kenny, I saw it was Doosan 3-0, and then I saw it was 3-3, and then it was 4-3. So Lotte's bullpen doing some work as they're now hanging out in second place, right? As that's going to be a ground ball, 4-6-3, double play. And that will end the bottom of the seconds. We'll go to the third. It's a 0-0-0-0-0-0-0. No hits, no runs, but an error. Go Young Pyo gets helped out by his defense after his defense didn't help him out. 15 pitches there leaves him at 32. I would say, I would say maybe KT. It's tough to decide, man. I I don't know. I don't know what that means. Does that means you think they're gonna score 8 or not enough? Not gonna score 8. The thing is both of these teams, their bullpens pitched yesterday, so that would require their bullpens to pitch 2 days in a row, which is always tough. Plus, KT's bullpen uh, had to pitch a lot on Thursday. So Hanwha is probably in a better situation with their bullpen. But the problem is both teams are so bad at offense. So the number 7 hitter will come in. All right, here we go. And that is going to be a liner into left field, but Florio over, and that was one away. One pitch, one out. That's how you keep your pitch count down, ladies and gentlemen. Mm, yeah, I would think so. I don't. Are you talking about this game or the SSG game? That is in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Beijing Day steps in at 222 on the season. Yesterday, one RBI and one run scored, 1 for 4. Ball one as he throws it in the dirt, and it's 1-1. And low, 2-1. And did he go around? I think he did. He did. And it's 2-2. We'll check the replay. Yep, he went around. Great call by the first base umpire. And here comes the catches him looking on the outside, and that's strikeout number 4 for Moon Dong Ju. And 2 away here in the top of the third. All right. A big swing and a miss there. 0-1. As Guangdong Jin steps in. He's at 357 on the season. KT has had a revolving door at the shortstop position, as last year's shortstop is Hanwha's shortstop, as that just catches the bottom of the zone there, and it's 0-2 quickly. Might not have been a strike last year. Again, they lowered the strike zone a little bit this year. I think like 1 centimeter or something, or 1%, something like that. And the 0-2, that's going to be a liner into center field. And they've got their first hit and first base runner. First base runner of the day, or for KT, the first hit of the day for either team. And they'll flip the lineup back over. And it's Rojas coming up. Rojas struck out in his first at bats. And there goes the perfect game and the no hitter. All on one swing by the number 9 hitter as Rojas steps in. They set up on the inside corner and a swing and a miss on a beautiful curveball, and it's 0-1. All right. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to 0-1 on the day. Rojas sets up at the letters, and he lifts that one up a Florial under it, and that will be 3 away. Gives up a 2-out single, but gets the fly out, and we'll head to the bottom of the third. It's zeros everywhere. Zeros and zeros, zeros galore. Zeros and zeros. How about some more? Little freestyle. I won't even charge you guys for that one. Round. What is a ladder play? So you have, does that mean you got 3? Chills, so a ladder play, is that 3 different bets, or is that one bet that is 3 different parts? Like it pays out 3 times as much if it goes in the one, 2 times, and then 1 time. One of these days I'll learn what all these things you guys keep talking about it. I know what money line is. I learned that one last year, or the ML. I remember the first time I saw it, I thought you meant Major League. Only 9 pitches in that inning for Moon Dong-ju, so he's sitting at 38 on the day. 32 for Go Young Pyo. Through his 2 innings, he'll face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Hanwha once we come back. Samsung up quick, 3-0 against NC. SSG's up 1-0 against Kium in the 3rd inning there. And Che Jae-hoon looks at just strike 1, and it's 0-1. And a Chopper, second baseman, over, grabs its throw in time, and that is 1 away. And outs up high, and it's 1-0. Shimu Jun again. This was KT's shortstop last year. He's hitting 164 on the season, and that is in there for a strike, 1-1. Okay. I assume under 6 would be a better pay. As he swings at a ball 2, and it's 1-2. And that's, oh, this is still a replay from yesterday. And that's going to be a slow roller. Third baseman's going to have to barehanded the throw, not in time. And he will have himself an infield single, as he just moves way too fast for a slow roller like that. And that will be the first hit of the day for Hanwha. Both number 9 hitters come up with the hits as the Alrighty, that flips the lineup back over on Chi Hong. 0 for 1, a little soft liner to the second baseman at his first at bats. 0 for 1 on the day as they check over on Shimu Jun. Shimu Jun does have plenty of speed. Hanwha steals or attempts to steal more than any other team in the league. He is 3 for 3 on stolen bases on the day, on the season. And it's very important to note that The catcher for KT is the worst. Oh, there's Big Nick. You can see his head sticking out there. He's like 6'7" or 6'8". Good solid singing there. Send him a little message. Hmm, 1-1 now. All righty, here comes the 1-1 pitch. 1 out, a runner on first. And he goes. Go Young Pyo slaps at it, and it's gonna be trouble. As he will have an infield single, and Shimu Jun might be over at third. As Go Young Pyo tried to stop that, but it ends up going off of his glove. And they've now got runners on first and seconds without ever having a ball leave the infield. As it's comebacker hits off the end of his glove and moves too slow for the second baseman to do anything with it. And again, they've got runners on first and second now with 1 out. And that brings up Florial. Florial 0 for 1 on the day. 0 for his last 10 at bats with 7 strikeouts. Looks at strike one there, or ball one there, 1-0. Yeah, oftentimes the guys that have the MLB guys struggle against the side armors because it's not something that they normally see. Is that's going to be a single right up the middle. Baejung Dae is not going to make the BAA, and that will be an RBI single for Florial, and Hanwha takes the early lead 3-1. All right, the Moon Hyun Bin now steps in as the quick 1-0 lead. Hanwha, again, I talked about it. They usually score in one big inning. And then nothing after that. 4 years ago, as that is ball one. I started on YouTube last year. The first 2 years I streamed on Africa TV because I could show the game, but can't show it anymore. Yeah, my chair is spinning. My chair is spinning. All right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch to Moon Hyun Bin. He walked in his first at bat, but was stranded on the base pass. Yeah, I mean, the 0-1 in there, or 1-0 is in there for strike, 1-1. Yeah, I mean, I actually never expected it to be as, I want to say popular as it is, just because it's the radio style, but it's way more people watching than I ever imagined. That's a swing and a miss as he does a nice pirouette there, and it's 1-2. I'm on moon, 292 on the season with runners in scoring position for the left fielder. Swing and a miss there is not going to do it, and that is strikeout number 2 and out number 2 in this inning. As that'll bring up Noshiwan with runners on first and second. Is out in front of the changeup. Yeah, nice. Like I said, he throws his changeup 48% of the time, and it is not fast. All righty, here we go. Noshiwan steps in. 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to left in his first at bat, and that is a strike right down the middle. It's 0 1. No Shiwan against, what does he do against side armors? Let's see here. Hitting 500 coming into the game, 1 for 2. And here comes the pitch. A swing and a miss, and it's 0 2. Oh, and a swing and a miss there as he is way out in front of the changeup once again. As Shimu Jun gives up a run, but leaves or 2 on. We'll head to the 4th inning. It's 1-0 Hanwha. Hanwha, 3 straight singles gets them on the board. Again, the Shimu Jun was a basically he mishits it, but it rolls too slow, so he gets on, and then An Chi Hong hits a comebacker off the end of the glove of the pitcher who was trying to turn 2 there, but it deadened it so much that he wasn't able to. The second baseman wasn't able to grab it to throw to first, and then Florio comes up with the RBI single. So two infield singles and then an actual single put Hanwha on the board. It does get 2 strikeouts to end that. Let's see. They've left 3 on base. Go Young Pyo now at 50 pitches, 18 in that inning, 50 pitches for the 3. And Moon Dongju, obviously 38 pitches as he's just given up 1 hit. Coming up will be the 2, 3, 4 hitters for KT. Nobody's swimming yet. Nobody's swimming. Nobody's in the hot tubs. Thank you, Joey Verdugo. As that is outside, and it's 1-0. Oh, Kim Min Hyuk steps in. He 5-3 ground out in his first at bats, hitting 330 on the season. And that's a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. That is outside. 2-1. Honestly, the Kia game should have not even been on the books either. I told everybody to take Kia. LG starting a bullpen guy, as that is fouled away, and it's 2-2. LG started a bullpen guy that does not has an ERA of like 14 against Kia, versus a foreigner for Kia. All right, the 2-2 pitch coming up. And a swing and a miss as he chases the ball down below the zone, and that will be strikeouts number 5 on the day for Moon Dongju. Og Young Min will step in now. All right, here comes the pitch. Just kisses the outside corner, and it's oops, wrong button. There we go. Right down the middle, and it's 0-2, 154 on the fastball. Min 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to right in his first at bat back in the first inning. And here comes the pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Very common right there. Again, you got to know one, or you got to know two counts. A right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, and they almost always throw the next pitch into the other batter's box, trying to get him to chase. All righty, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside and fouls that away. And 1-2. I would think so. And a swing and a miss, and that is another strikeout. 6 strikeouts already on the day for Moon Dong-ju. Min is not a guy that strikes out very often either. Moon Dong-ju is started throwing a forkball this year. He did not throw a forkball last year. He started throwing it this year, and his previous years he really struggled with the walks. 111 innings last year, 42 walks. This year, in 22 innings, he has 3 walks. That is ball one way outside, and it's 1-1. 50 pitches now on the day for Moon Dong-ju. So is last year he struggled with walks. He really struggled with the first inning. Opponents were hitting 400 against him in the first inning last year, and ended up leaving twice for injuries and getting shut down late at the end of the season. Pitching obviously much better this year, as the 2-1 is low and it's 3-1. Just when I talk about he's not, he doesn't throw very many, doesn't walk very many this year. What does he do? Well, yeah, of course. He does pitch much better on the road than he does at home, both this year and last year, as that is going to be ball 4 as I start talking about him not walking people, and he just wants to make me look like an idiot and decides to walk somebody. All right, Moon Sung Chul will step in. He grounded back to Moon Dong-ju in the second inning. 1-3 groundouts. 0 for 1 on the day. And that is in there for strike. I don't know what these guys, where they get these stats, because the stat that is on the screen that they just showed on your screen is wrong. That's outside. It just said that including today, that's his 3rd walk on the season. Buddies has 3 walks on the season. At home, he's had 3 walks. He's never had a walk on the road yet this year. As the 1-1 is right back, it hits Moon Dong-ju. He's going to recover the throw in time. As Moon Dong-ju took one right back at the leg, is able to get up and make the throw. And that will be 3 away. I thought maybe they might replay that or video replay, but they don't. And we will go to the bottom of the 4th. I'll be see what the official score would be. 1-2, 1-2-3 put out. All right, so Moon Dong-ju now sitting at 56 pitches, 18 pitches that inning, doubled his pitch count from the inning before. So 56 pitches for him through 4 innings. Go Young Pyo sitting at 50 so far. through his 3 innings. Hanwha will have the number 5 hitter, Cheon Sung, leading things off in the bottom of the 4th. So I did not stream yesterday or last night. I streamed Lotte versus Doosan. But I did on Wednesday and Thursday. I streamed Hanwha and Lotte. Yes, Lotte and Hanwha. I was like, who did I stream? Hanwha versus Lotte in Busan. And Hanwha had 2 innings where they had hits with runners on base. The other 16 innings, they didn't have 1 hit with a runner on base. So yesterday, obviously, they only had the 1 run. Go Young Pyo out on the mound, 50 pitches through the 4th. Cheon Sung will lead things off. He's 4-3 ground out in his first at bats, and the first pitch just catches the outside of the zone, and it's 1-0 or 0-1. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs, throws across the diamond, and that is 1 away. Moon Dong-ju showing that pitchers are athletes. It looked like he might have blocked it with his glove a little bit. He grabs it, diving. All right, here we go. Now stepping in is Kim Tae-yeon. He reached on an error in his first at-bats, and that catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Lotte is another miserable franchise, just like Hanwha. They both really struggle with winning, as that is going to be a ripped down the line, and it will get fair. And he's going to try for 2, but he heads back, and that will be a single by Kim Tae-yeon. It ended up being ripped down the line, and it thought it was going to be for 2, but it ends up hitting off of the tarp in foul territory and kind of bouncing back in, and that's keeps him from going to second. Yeah, of course. How are you, man? All right, Kim Tae-yeon on the first base for the second time today. Lee Do-yoon looks at the ball 1 on the outside, and it's 1-0. Lee Do-yoon grounded into a 4-6-3 double play to end the second after Kim Tae-yeon reached by an error. It is the weekend. I guess it's Friday night for you guys, right? All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch or 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss. I predicted that. A 9-0 blowout. Are they going to make a trade in the middle of the game to get some more offense? All right, the 1-1 pitch to Lee Do-yoon. 250 on the season, 0 for 1 on the day, and that is ripped. And that is going to hit off the wall, and that should score Kim Tae-yeon as he is rounding third, coming home, and he will be in as Lee Do-yoon is going to have an RBI double. And Hanwha takes the 2-0 lead. The bottom of the order coming up is Lee Do-yoon's like, hey, remember me? I'm the guy that took over at shortstop for you guys in 2023. And then the only reason why you guys didn't finish in last that year. And then you tried to replace me with the drunk driver. And then after he got injured, I took over at shortstop again. And then you went out and replaced me with the shortstop again for the 3rd straight year. Remember that? Yeah, that's me. as Ito Yoon, the RBI double, and in there for a strike to JJ Hoon. Ito Yoon is the most disrespected guy on the entire Hanwha team. Finally getting his start at second. As here comes JJ Hoon, 0-1 on the day, and looks at ball 2 outside at 2-0. Sorry, whoops, 1-1. Kim Tae-yeon getting himself a little beverage there as he had to score from first. And the 1-1 misses upstairs, and it's 2-1. All right, here comes the 2-1, and just misses at the top of the zone, and it's 3-1. JJ Hoon, 262 on the season, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day. And here comes the 3-1 pitch as he wags the bats back and forth, and that misses inside, and that will be a ball 4. The bottom of this order is doing the damage, ladies and gentlemen. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, as they've now got runners on first and second with just 1 out. Little mound visit there. And that is going to be a flare into rights, but Rojas makes the sliding catch, and that will be 2 away. All right, An Chi-hong steps in. He had a single in his last at-bat. All right, here we go. An Chi-hong, 1 for 2 on the day. Single in his last at-bat, a soft liner to the second baseman in his first at-bat, and looks at ball 1 on the outside, 1-0. Hitting 250 with runners in scoring position on the season. He is Mr. 2-out RBI, as that is ripped foul, and it's 1-1. Moon Dong-ju warming up on the side there. Again, whichever starter goes deeper into this game is going to give their team a huge advantage, as that's a swing and a miss, as that might have been his curveball. That's forkball? I don't know. So hard to judge a sidearmer's release. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will be a strikeout to number 4 on the day for Go Young Pyo. But he gives up another run on a single and a RBI double as Hanwha takes the 2-0 lead. We'll go to the 5th inning. They leave another 2 on. They've left 5 on base already today. He is sitting at 67, that's right. All right, here we go. right. Let's see. Leading off will be the number 6 hitter. Top of the fifth. Top of the fifth. 0 outs, of course. There we go. All right. Oh, Moondong Ju, 56 pitches so far, and that one is in there for a strike. Oops, wrong side. And that's going to be lifted into center field. Florio going back, and makes the catch at the wall. And that will be one away. Jumps and kind of flops into the wall to make the catch. I'm still not very convinced about his center field abilities. All right, Yu Jun Gyu steps in. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yoon Jun Gyu lined out to center field in his first at bats. 0 for 1 on the day. And swing and a miss there as the ball drops down below the zone, and it's quickly 0-2. Already 6 strikeouts for Moondong Ju on the day. And the 0-2 swing and a miss, and that will be strikeout number 7. And 2 away. Usually 100 is the most they'll throw. And they even have like a like whenever they throw 100 pitches, the pitch count turns red. That's going to be a quick 1 pitch to the second baseman, and that will be 1, 2, 3. Goes KT in the top of the 5th. We'll head to the bottom. It's 2-0 Hanwha. Florio will lead things off after making the catch at the wall. Moondong Ju, 6 pitches that inning. 6 pitches and had a strikeout. That is efficiency, ladies and gentlemen. Go Young Pyo needs a quick inning here. He's at 67 pitches through 4. He needs his last outing, I think he threw 100 pitches, but he threw a complete game. Trying to talk to Nick here. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 5th. Go Young Pyo back out there. 67 pitches through 4 innings. Florio will step in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. RBI single in his last at bats. Back in the 3rd inning to give Hanwha the 1-0 lead. And he lifts that one, skies it, Rojas under it. And that will be 1 away. Like I said, Go Young Pyo needs a real quick inning, and that will do it. It's 1 pitch, 1 out to start the inning. Moon Hyun Bin and will step in now. Moon Hyun Bin 0 for 1 on the day, walked in his first at bats, and then struck out in his second. And the first pitch is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman on the grass throws to first. And just like that's 2 outs on 2 pitches. Good Lord. I when I said he needed a quick inning, this isn't exactly what I meant. I meant like under 10 pitches, not 2 pitches and 2 outs. All right, Noshiwan steps in. He usually doesn't swing at the first pitch. We'll see if he grooves one down. And looks at strike one down the middle. And like I said, he grooves one down. 0 for 2 on the day for Noshiwan. Flew out to left in his first at bat back in the first inning and then struck out to end the third inning. And that's going to be a chopped foul, and it's 0 2. So ended the first inning, ended the third inning. Will he end the fifth inning? .269 on the season. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch in the dirt, and it's 1 2. Again, you got the 0-2 counts in a right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, so you throw it in the dirt or in the other batter's box. And here comes the 1-2 pitch, sets up in the other batter's box, and misses in, and he rips it foul, but it's stays 1 2. All right, the 1-2 pitch lifts it, and that's sky to right field. It's going back at the wall is Rojas, and that's will be 3 away. That'll take us to the break, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back in a few minutes. Refill your beverages, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do. I will see you in a few. back after that little break. She is trying to interrupt the broadcast, but she was too high. All right, Moondong Ju back out there, 62 pitches through his first five. Is 7 strikeouts. He has been efficient, ladies and gentlemen. He has been efficient. All right, the first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So, Guan Dong Jin steps in. He is the only hits of the day for KT, as that is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. 1-for-1 on the day. This is his second at bat, and that's outside at 2-1. Whoops, wrong side. 2-1. All right, here we go. The 2-1, and that's going to be a ground ball, but it's foul, and we'll have another pitch 2-2. Here comes the best pitch in baseball, ladies and gentlemen. The pitch number 67. And we know it's a strike. Is it a foul? Is it in play, or is it a strikeout? It is a ball. What the heck is Moondong Ju doing? What is he doing, man? Moondong Ju ERA down to 3 now on the season. Started with a 3.68 ERA as time is called by the batter. All right, here we go. And that is going to be off Noshiwan's glove, and he'll be on base for the second time today with another single. The only 2 hits of the day are courtesy of the number 9 hitter. That flips the lineup back over to Rojas. Rojas is a guy that can tie this game up with one swing. All righty. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Rojas is 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out in his first at bat as the forkball just drops. Struck out in his first at bat, and then a fly out to center field in his second. And they check over at first. All right, here comes. It's not a 3-2 pitch. It's an 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss again. And that will be strikeout number 8 on the day. Hanwha's starting pitchers are absolutely filthy this year, ladies and gentlemen. Between Moondong Ju, Ponce, and Ryan Weiss, they are racking up the K's big time. All right, Kim Min Hyuk now steps in 0 for 2 also as he fouls that one out of play, and it's 0-1. Kim Min Hyuk, 5-3 ground out in his first at bat, then struck out to lead off the 4th inning. 0 for 2 on the day, and here we go. And the 0-1, that's going to be a slow grounder, and that will be a ground ball right in front of the plate, and a 2-3 ground outs, but that'll remove the runner up. And same as a bunt, we'll have a runner on second base with 2 outs. As he was going on the play, so easily into second base. All righty, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. A runner on second base. And that brings up Hog Young Min, and he looks at strike one down the middle, and it's 0-1. Hog Young Min 0 for 2 on the day. Also, a fly out to right in his first at bat, and a strikeout in his second at bat. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Hog Young Min rocking back and forth. Man, he is active in the batter's box. And that's going to be a chopper to the second baseman. Grabs it, throws, and 3 away. Gives up another single to the shortstop, but works around it once again. And we will go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-0. No offensive production from anybody except the number 9 hitter. 0 for 3. They've left 3 runners on base now as Moon Dong-ju, again, working quickly. This game is flying by so far. All right. We're just almost an hour and a half into this game already through 5.5 innings. Elsewhere, we got the top of the 6th, SSG versus Hume. It's 1-0 there. And then Samsung's up a 3-1 against NC as NC's starter, Eong Chan, gave up 3 runs in the first, but he has calmed down a bit, but he's at 83 pitches in 3.1 innings. So that NC bullpen is about to come hang out with the runs. I got my hit count wrong. There we go. Alrighty, there we go. We are back, or almost back. Bottom of the 6th here. Go Young Pyo sitting at 74 pitches, and Moon Dong-ju sitting at 75. But Moon Dong-ju obviously has the extra half inning already done. And Cheon Sung looks at strike one down the middle, and it's 0-1. Cheon Sung on the day, what did he do? He grounded into a 4-3 putout and a 6-3 putouts. Led off the 2nd, the 4th, and now the 6th. Fouled straight back, and it's 0-2. And that is ripped left field, and is going to one hop into the wall. He is going to try for 2. The throw in time as it's just a little off, and that will be a leadoff double by the captain. And that brings up Kim Tae-yeon. Kim Tae-yeon been on base both times so far today. Chan Sung was fooled on that, but goes down and gets it. Again, Hanwha, their new stadium, does not have deep walls. 99 meters into the corners. One hops into the wall. Played well out there in the left field by Yoo Jun-gyu. As I think we're going to have a mound visit here. Nope, we do not. Kim Tae-yeon will bunt here. And he drops the bunt down, and they go to first. And 1 away. That moves him over to third base. He's 90 feet away from being another run. All right, Ito Yun steps in, a RBI double in his last at bats. It chops that one foul, and it's 0-1. Oh, a 4.63 ground out in his first at bat, RBI double in his second at bats. Cheon Sung, not a lot of speed over there at third. He probably was going to go on contact, but not the most speed. As that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. He checks and looks back the third base over at third, and just like that, it's 2 away. Like I said, contact, but he is not fast enough to do it. And we've got 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. J.J. Hoon, 0 for 1 on the day, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bat, a walk in his second at bats. And here comes the 0-1, and that's going to be slapped foul, and it's 0-2. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, and the throw out. That will leave another runner on base. They get a leadoff double, but do nothing because the bunt still requires another hit. And that will take us to the 7th inning. It's 2-0 Hanwha. Getting ready to start the 7th. All right. How many pitches? 9 pitches that inning, and he's at 83. Moon Dong-ju, 75. Moon Dong-ju coming back out for the 7th, setting at 75 pitches and 8 strikeouts. Go Young Pyo has 83 pitches and 4 strikeouts. Having ourselves quite the pitchers duel today. Let's see. Number 4 hitter, the cleanup hitter, Jang Sung-woo, will lead things off for KT. We should just be about back. So Jang Sung-woo, so the 4, 5, 6 batters here in the 7th inning. Have to look about Moon Dong-ju. He hasn't really been going too deep into games. This is the first time he's gone into the 7th inning so far this year. Even against Kia, where he pitched 6 innings and only gave up 3 hits. So that is outside, and it's ball 1. Jang Sung-woo walked in his last at bat, 0 for 1 on the day. Most he's ever thrown is 8 innings. And that was a couple years ago. Is that's going to be a ground ball? Shortstop grabs it to throw in the dirt, but picked by Chan Sung, and that will be one away. That brings up Moon Sung Chul, the first baseman. Two ground balls back to the pitcher. Took his sweet, sweet time and almost threw it away. All right, here we go. And that misses outside. Ball one. Moon Sung Chul. Or Moon Sung Chul. Oh, that's why he's not hitting. I have his name wrong. As that is going to be another ground ball. 1-3. That is the third ground ball. Until he decides to go to back to Gwangju. All right, so we've got two away now. We got the number 6 hitter coming up, and he fakes the bunt, and it's a ball. 1-0. Warming up in the bullpen is Han Sung Hyuk and Pak Sang Won. The 1-0 pitch coming up, and inside a 2-0. Oh Yoon Suk 0 for 2, struck out in his first at bat and flew out to the wall as Florio made a jumping catch right at the wall in his last at bat. All right, here we go. The 2-0 pitch, a swing and a miss on a pitch that way down in the dirt, and it's 2-1 now. Last year, if Moon Dong-ju ever got to the 7th inning, opponents hit a 444 against him, as that is a strike on the outside corner. It's on the screen, man. It in the scorebug, it shows you. The 2-2 pitch. And it's going to be a chopper to the shortstop. He grabs, throws, and out. Two bad throws by the shortstop, and but great grabs by the first baseman. And we will go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 2-0 Hanwha. 1-2-3. Once again, KT with just 2 hits on the day, both of those from their number 9 hitter, the shortstop. Moon Dong-ju will. I'm going to assume he is done. 9 pitches there in that inning, 84 pitches. He really hasn't been throwing very many. 80 pitches. With both Ryu Jin and Moon Dong-ju, about 80 pitches is all they've been throwing. So they do have Pak Sang-won and Han Sung-hyuk warming up. So get through 7. Pak Sang-won, Han Sung-hyuk, and Kim So-hyun will come in and take over. Go Young Pyo, he's sitting at 83, but he will be done for the day. As Kim Min Soo will come in and replace him. So Kim Min Soo will be the first reliever in today's game, as both pitchers get themselves some quality starts. Final line for Go Young Pyo: 6 innings, 83 pitches, 61 for strikes, 6 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 runs, both of them earned. He is obviously in line for the loss. Moon Dong-ju should be, I'm pretty sure he's also done at 84 pitches. They're trying to kind of save his arm, and both him and Yu Jin trying to save their arms a bit. So Hanwha will have the 9-1-2 coming up. Kim Min Soo out on the mound, a 3.60 ERA, 16 games, a 2-1 on the season, 15 innings, 8 holds. And the first pitch is popped up, but's out of play, and it's 0-1. Last time of 422 back in opening or a couple weeks ago. 1 inning and no runs allowed. That is going to be lifted into right field. Rojas going over, and that will be 1 away. That flips the lineup back over. An Chi-hong will now step in. He's 1 for 2 on, or 1 for 3 on the day. A line out or a soft liner to the second baseman. A single back in the third, and then a strikeout in the fourth. And that's in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch way down at the bottom, and it's 1-2. 108 now on the season for An Chi-hong. Big time, as he is 1 hit today has moved him over half the Mendoza line. And the 0-2 is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, throws across his body, and that will be 2 away. And he had his hit earlier was off of the pitcher's glove, and almost thought might have another one off of the pitcher's glove there. It might have actually touched the pitcher's glove. All right, that brings up Florio. Florio 1 for 3 on the day. RBI single back in the third, and looks at strike one, 0-1. So a strikeout in his first, RBI single in the third, and then a fly out to right in the fifth, and that is up high, 1-1. First, third, fifth, and now the seventh. Okay, whatever that dance is that is popped up. Left fielder under it, and that will be 3 away as Hanwha goes 1-2-3. Moon Dong-ju coming back out for another inning. We'll see how well this turns out. I'm actually very, very surprised at this. We'll be out on the 8th as Moon Dong-ju comes back out. And he will face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. He is facing the bottom of the order, so might be what he's thinking. Come out, face the bottom of the order, and then go from there. Alrighty. I think we're almost back. Right, top of the 8th here. Moon Dong-ju coming back out. 84 pitches so far on the day. His other outings, give you a quick pitch count. His last outing was only 5 innings because the game ended after. No, his last outing, 7. Nope, that's Ponce. Oh, I have Go Young Pyo. That's why. No, he only threw 5 innings, as that is ball 1 up high, and it's 1-0. So 5 innings, 79 pitches. Other than that, pitched on the 13th against Cume, 81 pitches. And the 1-0 is up high, 2-0. Then also on misses there, and it's 3-0. I just sent Nick a message saying I can't believe he's sending him back out there. 64 pitches in 4 innings. And that is a get me over fastball right down the middle, and it's 42 pitches through 2 innings. And yeah, he just hasn't not. This is the most he's thrown. 61 pitches there, and that's ball 4. They've got the leadoff runner on base. They will, I think, go out and have a little chit chat with him. All right, and they're gonna go have a powwow. 89 pitches. Baejung Dae will come in. Kim Saw Hyun warming up. Han Sung Hyuk warming up. So I guess no Pak Song Won. He will stay out there. 89 pitches here. All right. They've had the leadoff batter on base on the 6th and 8th inning now. That is ball 1 on the inside, and it's 1-0. So pinch hitter here, Wang Jae-gyun, pinch hitting for Baejung Dae. And that's up high, and it's 2-0. Wonder what they're going to do here. Pinch hitting for their center fielder as he throws over to first. He slide back in. Yeah, I sent Nick a message saying I don't know why they're sending him back out here. As there's the pitch, and he fouls it away. He wanted that one, and it's 2-1 now. In his career against Moon Dong-ju, Wang Jae-gyun is 286, 2 hits on his time. So the 2-1 pitch coming up here is An Chi-hong, Ryun Jin, and Om Sang-baek look on. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside, and that's going to be a shot to right field, but Kim Tae-yeon is over to catch it, and that is 2 away. Or, sorry, 1 away. That brings up Guangdong Jin. Guangdong Jin is the only person that has hits against Moon Dong-ju today. He is 2 for 2 on the day. As that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 94 pitches now. He threw over 100 pitches 4 times last year. Guangdong Jin 2 for 2, a single in the 3rd and a single in the 6th. And the 0-1 pitch catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2. 95 pitches now. Again, the only 2 hits on the day are from the number 9 hitter, Guangdong Jin. They are now 0 for 6 with runners on base. And that is bounced in the dirt, but blocked by Che Hoon, and it's 1-2. This game is flying, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside corner, and that's going to be another single, and that should move him over to third base, as they're going to have runners on first and third with just 1 out. Third hit of the day for him. Runners on first and third with plenty of speed over left at third base, as Rojas will step in. Five o'clock start. In May they have a like 1 or 2 games a week that start on 2 o'clock. And is still out there. 97 pitches. Rojas 0 for 3 on the day. Pops him up, but it will get out of play. And it's 0-1. Rojas 0 for 3 on the day. 2 strikeouts and a fly out to center field. Just 1 out here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch up at the letters, and that is way high, and it's 1-1. Here comes pitch number 100, ladies and gentlemen. And the 1-1, and that is going to be a liner to right field, and that will score a run. As that will be pitch number 100. And the KT Wiz get themselves a run here with a sacrifice fly to right. And that will make it 2-1. Rojas finally gets himself productive outs. As 2-1 now, we'll have a pitching change as he throws his 100th pitch and gives up a run. All right, Moon Dong-ju will be done. His day is not his final line. His line is not final yet, as again he is responsible for the runner over at first base. But for now, 7.2 innings, 100 pitches, 67 for strikes, 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. He's given up the 1 run here in the top of the 8th. Again, you have the number 2 hitter coming up, as I assume they're going to have Han Sung-hyuk coming in. Yeah, Han Sung-hyuk. It's crazy. 3 hits on the day, all by the same person. All right, Han Sung-hyuk will greet Kim Min-hyuk. 1 out. Sorry, 2 outs now. Runner on first still is Guangdong Jin. Had to hurry back. No, 2.92 ERA, 14 games, 0-2 on the season. 12 and a third innings, 4 holes, 275 batting average against. He does have control issues, but he needs 1 out. Last night, he did pitch in the 8th inning and threw 25 pitches. But again, he only needs 1 out. So I think as long as he can keep within 10 pitches, he should be okay. Is that Kim Min Hyuk looks at strike 1 down the middle, and it's 0-1. Forkball slider pitcher. He does ramp it up to over 145 and close to 150, I believe. You know, I can't always remember who's what speeds. And here comes the 0-1 pitch outside, 1-1. Kim Min Hyuk on the day, 0 for 3, a fly out to right, a strikeout, and a 4-3 ground out. Hitting 333 on the season, coming in and rips that one, but foul is almost takes out the Hanwha mascot. No home runs on the season. With runners in scoring position, he's also hitting 333, but obviously not runners in scoring position here. With runners on first, he's hitting a 318 on the season, 7 for 22. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Way outside at 2-2. In his career, he's hitting 273 against Han Sung Hyuk. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Runner on first, and they check him over at first. He slides back in, and we'll have another 2-2 pitch. All right. Nope. Winning all time. All right, here we go. 2-2 counts, 2 outs, 2-1 game, a runner on first. And he fouls that away as he was off. And we will have another 2-2 count. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch, or sorry, the 2-2 pitch. He double ties the game, and it checks over, and he's just barely in, and it stays. He got him focusing on the runner instead of the batter. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. And checks over on him again as he slides back in. Might want to clear the dirt out from in front. As Che, there you go. Che En-sung clears the dirt out. All righty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. And it's fouled away, and that's will make it still 2-2. 149 on that fastball. So if he is off on it, he could score from a single. We'll probably have a throw at the plates. Don't know. Again, Kim Tae-yeon and Moon Hyun Bin are the corner outfielders. As the Hanwha fans are all praying, as that's going to help. And that is going to be time over there at first as he's been sliding in, and he's got to Shake the old dirt out. You got to refasten his belt. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch might be coming, might not. Who knows? We'll find out after he throws it. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside, and he rolls over, and Chan Sung grabs it, steps on the bag, and that will be 3 away. As we will go to the bottom of the 8th, it's 2-1 Hanwha. Finally come up with a hit with runners on base. One, four. They've left 4 runners on base now. So Hanwha will have coming up the 3-4-5 hitters. Moon Hyun Bin will have Moon Hyun Bin and No Shiwan and Cheon Sung. I have to think that if Moon Hyun Bin gets on first, they're gonna have a pinch runner for him because he's not a good defender, especially in left field. So I have to think that if Moon Hyun Bin, No Shiwan, they get on base, they'll have a pinch runner. As far as anybody to play first, if Cheon Sung gets on, no, they don't really have that. All they really have right now is outfielders. We have Wong Young Mook and then a couple catchers on the bench. So they don't have anybody really to look. Obviously, for Moon Hyun Bin, somebody can pinch run for him. I would imagine Iwan Suk would pinch run for him, and then he could stay out in left field to play defense. All right. Kim Min Soo is still out. Nope. Won Song Hyun out there now. And that misses outside. And it's 1-0. And he lifts that one into center field, left field. And no one away. Rojas over in left field now. And that brings up Noshiwan. So they have some defensive changes because Rojas is over in left field now. He was in right earlier. So Wong Jae-gyun is no longer there. Chae Sung-min takes over for. So Wong Jae-gyun is out. And the 1-0 pitch is going to be a liner into center field. And there goes a hit as No Shiwan will make his way onto the base pass. And they've got a 1-out single for No Shiwan. Need base runners and need some extra innings or some extra runs. All right. So Yoo Jun Gyu moves. So back to this here. Wong Jae-gyun is out. Chae Sung-min is taking over for him. Chae-Sung Min will go to right field. Rojas will go to left field. All right, to Chae Sung steps in, and that's going to be a ground ball. And the second baseman is going to grab it, throw to first. And No Shiwan was running on the play, which allowed him to go to second, as the second baseman had to go to cover. And good base running there, as because the second baseman was going over to cover, he had to leave his position, and that allowed No Shiwan to make it to second. Still, you got 2 outs though. Oops. As Kim Tae-yeon lifts that one, right fielder, and that will be 3 away. Trying to change some stuff, and I didn't even get to really call that inning. I'm sorry, guys. We'll go to the 9th. KT needs a run before they give up, or needs a run before they give up 3 outs. They will have the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up too. Hanwha now leaves 7 runners on base. They have 3 hits with runners on base. Again, I talked about it earlier. Hanwha, in the 2 games I streamed earlier this week of Hanwha's, they only had 2 innings that they had hits with runners on base. Both of those innings were innings that they scored all of their runs. Today they have 2 innings where they have hits with runners on base. Those happen to also be the only innings that they score. When runners get on base, Hanwha cannot score. They really pray basically to get a hit with runners on base. And that's why Hanwha bunting all the time isn't smart. I mean, it's already stupid as it is, but it's even worse for Hanwha because they can't hit with runners on base. They're one of the second worst hitting team in the league in terms of average and everything else. So doesn't make any sense, but what do I know? But Kim So-hyun should be coming out. So Moon Hyun-bin does come out. Iwon Suk takes over in left. Kind of what I said anyway. And Kim So-hyun will come in to close the game. He did pitch yesterday, and that is in there for a strike. So 14 games, 0-1 on the season, 12 2/3 innings, 6 saves, 128 batting average against. So he is wild. He does walk some guys. So that is going to be a chopper. That is a big, big chopper. Shin Moo-jun grabs it, but throws him out as Ha Kyung-min needs to unhook the piano. That was a shot off of the plate, way, way up in the air, but Shin Moo-jun throws him out by a good 2 steps. And 1 away now, as that's going to bring up Jang Sung-woo. Or, yeah. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Strikeouts, a 6-3 ground out, but does have a walk in there. And the 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss at ball 2, and it's 1-1. He tried to walk it off on away with no runners on. And that's a strike on the outside, and it's 1-2. 157 on the gun. 0.69 ERA on the season for Hanwha's a new closer. And here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that is strikeouts number 1 and outs number 2. They will have their last outs. Big grunts. Here we go. 2 outs. Moonsong Chol steps in, and that's going to be fouled away, and it's 0-1. Moonsong Chol, 0 for 3 on the day, a 1-3 ground out, a 1-3 ground out, and a 1-3 ground out. 3 ground outs to the pitcher, and here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. All righty, here we go. The 0-2 pitch. And catches him looking at the pitch down the middle, and Hanwha gets the victory. 2-1. All 4 games so far against KT has ended within 1 run. 2 strikeouts to end the game for Kim Saw-hyun. Moon Dong-ju with definitely his best outing of the season. As KT with 3 hits. All 3 hits were by the number 9 hitter in the lineup. And Hanwha, a much needed win here as they will flip over KT and should move up into the 4th spot in the league. They needed to win here as again they were reeling as they lost 2 straight games after the 8-game winning streak. So they get the win. Moon Dong-ju pitched really well. He ends up 7.2 innings, threw 100 pitches, 67 of them for strikes. Only gave up 3 hits. Again, all 3 of those hits were to the number 9 hitter. Don't know why he was back out there in the 8th inning, especially because he ended up having to face the number 9 hitter that he already gave up 2 hits to. And that hitter, Kwang Dong-jin, was able to get another hit. So Moon Dong-ju gave up the 1 run, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. He gets the win. Go Young-pyo, 6 innings, 83 pitches, 61 for strikes, 6 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Gave up 2 runs, both of them earned. He will get the loss. Quality start losses are always awful. A quality start plus win for Moon Dong-ju. Han Sung-hyuk came in, got his outs, and then Kim Saw-hyun dominated the 9th inning. Again, KT has some offensive issues. They strike out so much, and then yeah. So Hanwha gets the win. That should move them up into 4 spots. Lotte won, so they'll stay up there. Samsung is up 4-1 against NC right now, so they'll stay ahead of Hanwha. And then KT and Hanwha should flip flop, which is about right because I had KT in 4th and I had Hanwha in 5th to in my preseason predictions. So with that being said, yeah, I will be back tomorrow. Same exact same it seems. I'll be doing the KT versus why am I blinking here? KT versus Hanwha game. On the mound for KT should be Owan Suk. Owan Suk is a lefty. Hanwha does not hit lefties well. But on the mound for Hanwha will be Ponce. That's my sweet French accent. Will be Ponce, who has been one of the most dominant starters in the league. Expect a lot of strikeouts tomorrow for both pitchers, as both pitchers have been pitching really well this season. What happens with the lineups, who knows? Definitely do not know. As that will end it for me. It's been a long day. Again, earlier today, Kia versus LG. I streamed that game. Kia won 8-4. While I was streaming that, Lotte won 7-4 against Doosan. Samsung is currently up 4-1 in the top of the sixth against NC, and then Kium and SSG are currently tied as Kium scored a run in the top of the eighth to tie it at 1. So that is in the bottom of the eighth, and then obviously this game just finished 2-1. So that's it for me. I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Remember, it's a 2 o'clock game. So as always, thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time.